A PUA is a PUA, and the game can be expressed through different types of archetypes, and it works for all kinds of people. So let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, thank you.
It's funny, the first time I met JT, we actually, we used to both live in Orange County, and there's a place called Sutra down there.
Ghetto Sutra.
First time I met him, he comes in, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 and then he introduces me to his wing, Isaac, yeah. So I'm talking to Isaac, and I was talking to a girl at that moment. I'm talking to Isaac, and all of a sudden the alarm went off. Motherfucker just cock-blocked me. Then I see him right over here talking to the girl.
James and I have been wings for a while. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is JT, otherwise called the Asian Playboy. And I do practice a little bit of different style, but I will say, I remember the first time I met Mystery. I learned under Mystery, just like you guys, and I walk into the doors of Project Hollywood. And we all sit down in this little circle, because there was no furniture back in those days. So we all sit down in this circle, and we all have this really expectant look, because there's going to be this amazing information. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at the world's greatest pickup artist. He's got the big fuzzy hat and the big shoes and all this kind of deal. And I think to myself, really? I mean, it was just looking at someone like that, because he had this really loud, huge persona and this identity. I'm just thinking to myself, here I am, I'm an engineer, right? Aerospace engineer, doing a 9-to-5 job, and to do what he was doing, that kind of really blew my mind. This is 2004, and we go out to Saddle Ranch. Have you guys been to Saddle Ranch? Yeah, it's the good old Mecca. And he sends me in with Who Lies More, men and women. I'm thinking, okay. And so I go into my first set. It's 4 sorority girls, and one guy was he's got no neck. He's a total steroid monkey. And it's got the classic over the shoulder. I'm okay, it's loud. It's just insanely loud. And I've literally never been to a bar my entire life. So I'm okay, all right, I'm gonna do this. Who lies more? I'm gonna do this. So okay, pretend this is the table with people. I'm hey guys. Who lies more, men or women? And they're what? Who lies more, men or women? And surprisingly, they opened up. They actually gave me an answer. They're oh, girls, guys. And you know what I did? I'm thanks. And I just kept on going. I'm oh my God, they opened it. Holy shit, the first time in my entire life. I was so proud of myself. No, that was 5 years ago. And since then, there has been an evolution in the steps I've taken into my game. And obviously, you guys are going to take certain different paths, because everyone here is unique. You don't necessarily want to copy yourself upon another person. You want to look at Mystery and Matador or as these role models to see all the good habits that they have and to incorporate the personality attributes that you would like to have into your own. So one thing, for 6 months, I was constantly going out and, classic Indirect. I learned I was really good at bantering, really good at conversational skill. I could open, and I could talk, and I could talk, and I could talk. And then, I found out one thing that really kind of, gave me a paradigm shift. Girls can talk to other girls for hours and hours and hours till their ears bleed, right? They're not looking for a guy for conversation. Yes, you want to have the ability to have conversation. You want that. You need that, right? But ideally, what you actually want is to project kind of this sexual charisma when you're talking to a girl. To really just to start off on kinoing, to the method being direct approaching. Who here kinos right from the very beginning? Okay, about a fifth. All right. Scientifically speaking, I read this study where if you keynote right from the very beginning, and they did a study where they had this guy, it was a college, they had this guy keynote 50 girls, and another 50 girls he didn't keynote. And he was given a script. Alright, he would say exactly these lines, and he would ask for the number at the end. And by keynoting, you got 15% were number closes. So I started kinoing. I started experimenting with direct. I would go up to girls and say, you know, I kino. I touch them in some manner. I just, you know, grab them and say, you are beautiful. And that's pretty like ballsy at the time for me. I was just like, okay, you know, you're gonna go up to like a strange girl and just tell her you're beautiful. And the surprising thing to me was the fact that women really responded well. I mean, you have to imagine, you know, me being the engineer, you know, I have my little pocket protector and my little short sleeve shirt. I'm trying to like peacock it. I got the little blade pendant and all that. And it worked. It didn't always work well, but it worked. Girls would either light up, they would look stunned, or they were like, you know, I have a boyfriend. To which the appropriate response is, and how long have you had that problem? So I started experimenting with direct because I could be really good at conversation, or what I call in the ABCs, the attraction model, you know, A, B, and C, and then D. D like dominance, direct, disarm. Right? And I started experimenting a lot with caveman. I would pick girls up, and you have to imagine, I'm 5'6". I'm like picking up girls that are like almost 6 foot. I don't actually recommend that because one time I kind of hurt my back. But I was picking up like these, you can look at my blog, I've got pictures of me picking up like these tall, gorgeous blondes. And it was like, sure, it was a really good, fun body temperature spike. And then I would go like, oh, oochie coochie. And I would just kind of play like you know, games with them. I would like take their hands and I would make them like, you know, slap themselves. Or I'd like grab them, I would start putting them in my lap. And that really started to supercharge my game. By, you know, instead of concentrating on conversation, because at that point I had at least that down. I was competent at that. But by experimenting with just more dominance, just taking control of them, that really was able to supercharge. Let's see, do you guys teach like direct openers or James?
Yeah, I mean, we do both, but like we focus on the indirect because I'd say, you know, direct is effective, but we want to get one style down, do that right.
Yeah. I like to use some like playful openers. You go like, has anyone ever told you how beautiful my eyes are? But you know, my tried and true is simply I go, I kino, I grab them, and I say, you are fucking cute. Or you are fucking adorable. It's just fucking in something, and that's it. That's usually what I open with. And again though, I always kino, right from the beginning, even before I open my mouth, I just grab them, okay? Any questions? Anybody have questions when it comes to directs? Nice.
Where do you go from there? Like the eye, you just, you know, the my eyes, you know, they're going to go laughing.
Yeah.
Where do you open from there after that?
I just simply introduce myself. I go like, hi, my name's JT. You know, tell me a little bit about yourself. What makes you fun, right? You can do a little mini qualifier, go into some sort of story. I usually, if they're white, and you know, most of the girls I approach are white, I'll go like, hey, you have an accent. You know, I'll just tell them that they have an accent. They could be like, you know, total Midwestern Idaho girls, but I'll say, hey, you have an accent. They're like, oh no, I don't. Like, oh, where are you originally from? They're like, oh, Idaho. You know, but no, originally, like back in Europe, like blah blah blah. Right, Paris. Then I'll talk a little bit about how I enjoy going to Paris. Like I'm actually going there, you know, in September for my birthday to give myself a little birthday treat. And I would just talk like that. All right.